116 leading robotics experts are urging the UN to stop the development of killer robots, calling them a Pandora's box, which once opened will be hard to close. Those are quotes. A killer robot is a fully autonomous weapon that can select and engage targets without human intervention. They don't exist yet, but technological advances mean they're just years away. Tesla chief executive Elon Musk is leading the calls for the UN to ban the use of artificial intelligence in managing weaponry. They warn that there isn't much time to act, saying, quote, "These can be weapons of terror, weapons that despots and terrorists are use against innocent populations, and weapons hacked to behave in undesirable ways." Alan Holland is the founder and CEO of Keelvar Systems, which has developed artificial intelligence for business application. He was one of the 116 experts who signed the open letter to the UN. He joins me now from Cork in Ireland. Thanks for joining us. It's pretty scary stuff, this killer robots. How far do you truly believe the world is away from facing this kind of threat?
Well, I think the threat of lethal autonomous weapons is becoming increasingly plausible. It was confined to the realms of science fiction in years past, but we see that artificial intelligence is getting better and better at outperforming humans at very complex tasks. So the threats and fears are very real at this stage.
I mean, if what you're talking about is a human-made technology, artificial intelligence, essentially going rogue, out of control and turning back on the humans, I mean, what is the benefit of the whole idea of artificial intelligence? I mean, what you are doing is teaching machines to think for themselves. Is that not the case?
Yes, and when you are creating an intelligent system, you're designing its objectives to marry your own objectives. So AI systems can be a great force for good, but a terrible force for evil if designed so.
I mean, what I'm getting at, I think, and perhaps just help us to understand this, because most people don't, I certainly don't, is if you're designing a machine through artificial intelligence that, for instance, can drive a car or drive a truck, what is to stop that technology being used or using itself to drive that car, that truck, as we've seen in recent human-borne attacks, into crowds of people? How do you get around, how do you selectively deal with this technology in such a way as to ban all its negative forces and preserve what is good about it only?
Well, it's a very difficult area to control. So the signatories to this letter are calling on international governments to establish international rules on what constitutes the misuse of this type of technology, and also calling for the prevention of an arms race, a new form of arms race that could occur, similar to the nuclear arms race we saw in decades past.
In the end, though, it's something you support. It's something that you and, I would imagine, most of these 100 leading robotics experts who signed the letter support, the continued experimentation progress along the lines of artificial intelligence, so that we do one day have machines that think for themselves.
Oh, absolutely. That we I think all across all lines of business, the progress will continue towards intelligent machines, and more tasks that we associate with workers will become fully automated. What we're interested in doing is establishing rules and norms around how they are controlled, because most companies, I think all companies on this list, are applying AI for good purposes, but we equally see the inherent dangers that are there if they are not applied in that direction.
Okay, Alan Holland, founder and CEO of Keelvar Systems. That's an artificial intelligence company. Very many thanks for your time.
Thank you.